Hi there, nice to see you here again at my channel. This is Key, and I am your host. Today we're going to talk about, of course, mentality business development. And that is about leadership, how to think to become successful, about markets, and about your own development. So let's get started. Well, if you want to start a business that lasts and that will be long-term successful, you will need a few things in your toolbox. Two very important ones are the right mentality and a good plan. Not everyone is suited to run a company or any kind of business. You can be a part of it because there is always a space for everyone as we're different and we complement each other. But to run it, you need a no fear mindset and you need a lot of drive. Otherwise, your business might always struggle. So, I recommend that you watch Cake and Edge, the video Cake and Edge, where I talk about mindset, mastermind, and the approaching mind, and how you need to think to develop yourself and your business. I also recommend that you view the video about your vibration in business. So if you let this video here that you're watching right now be number 3, you are in very good hands. I would like to see this video here as a process. So let's answer the question, what is a good foundation for starting a business? Of course, you need someone to buy what you're selling. Otherwise, you have it's a hobby, not a business. And for example, you can start by looking at if there is a demand. It could be directly from a target group, or if there is a product or company that you can add a service or item to and create a new market maybe. And the second one I'm referring to is demand can be triggered. For instance, in technology, demand is triggered all the time because it's exciting and people like new gadgets and solutions they did not know they needed, but when you release it, they need it, they want it because it's something exciting. You cannot just look at your own interest if you're serious with this. You have to combine what you want with demand. Is there a market? Well, perform observation from outside to in. Really important to look at the surroundings in the business you're interested in. What does it look like? Identifying pockets of opportunity in the market, what it's going to look like in the future, and what the opportunities are is really, really important, such as hidden potentials. Looking at the market needs a trained eye. You need to triangulate, you need to be able to analyze it, and you need to know what you're doing. So if you're not experienced in strategic thinking or market strategy, I recommend that you take advice from someone who is. And then you can focus on what you are good at. 2, competition. Look at the competition both for the products or service range you're in, but also within substitutes. There could be a product sitting in another market that can do exactly what your product can do, even though it's suited to do something else in another branch. They could easily diversify to your market and wipe you off the ground if this company has some fundings behind it. So you have to also look at these substitutes when you look at competition. That's really, really important. Also look at the potential competition and how fast a market develops, what is driving it. Number 3, barriers to entry the market. Different markets are different, of course. Some is a piece of cake to enter, and some is really, really tough to enter, depending on what's going on. Like just don't enter market with a good product that is only that, because the good product is only your ticket to be present on the market. It doesn't guarantee you any success. You need to understand that your competitive means, you need to understand what they are, your competitive means. Only when you can separate yourself from the competition and attract your target audience, you should enter the market. But this is normal. Just ask yourself, why would they buy my product? And if you can't answer that, well, you shouldn't get into it. Barriers. The real barriers can be legal. It could be that a particular production needs special permits due to environmental issues, or, for example, that staff needs certain years in the business to be credible in the buyer's eyes. That is something that isn't written, actually. You know it just from the business. Markets have those things. They can be material or in the mindset of the actors of the market. So you need to know about this before getting in there. Number 4, financial situation. That is the total situation, hard as soft. Staff, if you need any, or suppliers, if you need any, your localities and everything you need to have. As a startup, it is important to have a plan for how the first 3 years, I usually say 3 from experience, to have a plan for how the first 3 years are going to be financed. In Europe, we can build partnerships and apply for startup funding from the European Union. The system in, for example, the United States is not as generous when it comes to this type of fundings. But on the other hand, there's a lot more venture capital in the United States, a lot more, and strong. Sometimes you can, of course, cater to your startup by keeping your original job a few hours a week, but count on a lot of hours with your business. You need to be really on it mentally. When you draw up your budget, make sure to check out all the rules that applies in the country so that you're such as rules for bookkeeping, taxes, and other things legal that you need to keep track of. This is very important. Target groups and how to reach them. Well, if there is no red thread all the way from your buyer to target group to your product or service, you will never reach them. You can have the best product, they can badly need it. But if you're not on their channel, in their forums where they are, you will probably never reach them. You have to check out where they naturally are, and you have to merge yourself with them. That's really important. Sometimes you can't get investments for excellent products because they don't have the red thread to market, and it's considered a high-risk investment because of that. Number 1, mindset and potential behavior. Observe their mindset and their behavior, your target group, and merge yourself with that. Mindset is everything because people make choices. These days, more than ever, as development goes faster and faster, and people's demand and people's expectations are higher than ever these days, which is exciting. Number 2, scenarios. You have to analyze what potentially can happen on your market. Who is weak? Who is strong? Will someone be wiped out due to legal reasons or for other reasons? Where will my strong buyers be now and in the future? And this will help you to stay a step ahead. 3, connecting to drivers in the market. I have a picture here that I'm going to put up for you right there. You'll be benefiting from connecting yourself with actors or key people that can increase your movement in the direction towards your target group, because they are going in this direction and they are together driving the market in a certain direction. It could be working with someone that, for instance, has that target group already, or with someone that has the arena or the forum that the target group visits, or someone that will speak to media about something connected to your business. Drivers can be all different things in a market. Different markets usually have different drivers, from materials to humans or immaterial values. So you need to identify the drivers. Build a business, number 4, that fits the future. More market strategy comes here. Well, you need to think one step further on the future development. If your business will last. If you want your business to last, you need to think about the sustainable goals, the global goals, the Agenda 2030. You say it differently depending on if you're from the European Union or United States or another country. You have to be sustainable according to this agenda, and it's important to be dynamic, to create demand, and keep an audience further down the line. Number 5, strategy and business model. Create a strategy, a commercial plan, and a business model. Of course, you need to have this marketing plan, and the business goal and goals needs to be absolutely clear. That is important. One major goal, maybe a goal for certain brands, and depending on how you're going to structure your business, but the goals need to be clear. So if you do this right, you will succeed absolutely. Because there's a lot to every label and headline that I have given here to you. So it's important to know that you get it right. So, how about that? Did you like it? Well, there's more at my website, www.keysyourhost.com. And there will be more video clips here also. And it will be really nice to hear what you think. And is there something in particular you want me to talk about? Have a nice day. Bye.